Okay, so I've got 3 things on my mind. Find the doll, open a tab, and something to do with the necklace of like finding out who owns the necklace. So let's go open a tab. Hello, Stanley? Opening a tab, yeah.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
Kenneth
I'm
did
afraid
turn up.
not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here,
Possibly.
and I do trust you.
Okay.
So yes, I'll open an account for you.
Well, that's
to be
very
settled
nice
at
of
the
you.
end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One
Cautious.
can never be too
Okay,
cautious.
Okay, let's go for everything.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes.
Yes, I did. An interesting
You
character.
did like a bit of blood.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Nope.
Not quite.
He's
He
dead,
wasn't
Jim.
home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me.
Yeah, Arthur kidnapped Mr. Shoulder, or Mr. Shoulder kidnapped Arthur? It's kind of like, I don't know, it's something like that.
I've
right?
decided
Let's
to
go for
find
these.
Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulder's aid.
Are
Done,
you
yeah.
sure that's a wise idea, lass?
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me.
I'm
Do you know where I
determined.
can find the Barrow?
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
Alright.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
No one takes these rooms anyway.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where
Okay.
does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
No visitors allowed, and he's rebuilding a church on his land or something? Suspicious.
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an item of value as a deposit. I'll give it back to you at the end of your stay, when it will be time.
Alright.
Goodbye.
See you
What
soon.
do I have? Oh, okay. That's not valuable. The glove's not valuable. I guess the necklace is the only thing that's valuable.
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it?
That's a bit cheeky using someone else's valuables as your deposit. We. Oh, not sure how I feel about
Aye,
that.
silver. That'll do.
That'll do nicely.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
No.
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
Okay, so game save. Thanks, game. So I can now give Mr. Long. It's been a while. Mr. Long a pint. There we go.
Hello.
Good day.
The plough.
Can I
and
buy you a
furrow.
drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right.
Cheeky.
One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Yeah, so Henry was a very lovely fella who's like obsessed with the train station, and he loves making friends.
The
and,
rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828.
obsessed with
In
trains.
Newcastle, of course.
Of course.
Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does. Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise.
Legend.
The man can truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Okay, so I need a way to get Henry out longer than Mr. Long. I need him to get out longer than that. Alright, let's have a look for the doll then. Hello, Miss Plancy.
Hello.
I can buy
Good
a cake
day.
now. Oh no, I can't.
Father Roach asked me not to discuss that with Mrs. de Plancy. Father Roach seems rather under the weather, don't you think?
Father Roach? The man is as fit as a lad half his age.
Okay.
What makes you say that?
I found him in the woods in a state of considerable distress.
Oh my! This is very worrying. I must check on him later. I had
Oops.
no idea.
Probably shouldn't have said that. Oh. Scandalmonger.
What do you
Alright.
know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man.
I forgot not
They
to talk
say
about
he
that.
is
Oh, well.
restoring a chapel near his manor. But for whom and to what god, I ask?
Suspicious.
Is he a man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmunds.
I mean, if he's got his own
Doesn't
chapel.
stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
I certainly don't intend to. Are you sure you don't know where
no
Hobbs
idea.
Barrow is?
Hobbs, what?
Yeah, okay.
Never
okay.
mind.
Okay.
Thank you for...
Lord be...
Okay. So let's have a look for this doll. So if the kid threw it on the moor,
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
oh, the mushrooms have changed.
I'd better not touch them. They could be poisonous. It looks...
I think I was right. Okay. I said that I should use the the trowel, but there's now a patch of dirt that's been aggravated. God, fuck you, game. I did that, and you were like, no, it doesn't work, and now it's absolutely the right thing to do.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place.
Such a
What
frustrating
happened the
thing.
last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did.
Fox ate your doll.
Fetch it now, won't you? Then
Sounds
I'll
like a
fix your
euphemism
supper.
for like
Yes, madame.
your doll was destroyed. All right, what am I doing? Mrs. Bowles or Bose?
What's for supper, madame?
Madame.
It'll be nothing but a glass of water and a worm if you don't fetch your dolly right this instant.
Oof. All right. Mushrooms.
Hello, fairies.
Oh, a circle of mushrooms for fairies.
Hello.
That makes sense. All right. Let's get our doll. Josephine.
There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Maybe be more responsible with your toys.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine, she introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Fairies
Yes?
don't exist.
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
I'm a
do
man
you
of
mean?
science.
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
They do exist.
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition.
Yes.
Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash.
Absolute hogwash.
What is it?
Hogwash, father.
Hogwash.
Hogwash.
Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Also buried. It wasn't just like left on the circle. Okay. That's creepy.
This must be Jane's ragdoll.
What's with that face? It looks like a meme face. Worm. What is this? That's not pulling up. Someone's like stabbed into it? Let's look at the worms.
You're coming with me, little fellow. I shall name you Kenneth.
Yeah.
I've already taken one.
Okay.
I've already taken one.
Why did I need a worm?
Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of.
Doubtful.
How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it.
Okay.
At least I shall not return from Bewley empty-handed.
Bewley. Alright, what's the...
It's
the doll.
Jane's creepy rag doll.
Creepy doll, yeah, okay.
It's little Kenneth. A sharp hairpin. Could be useful.
Okay. Okay. So... I think the hairpin might let me lockpick...
Here lies Mog today.
Lockpick the, door. Maybe? Oh, didn't mean to go in here, but...
The flowers have long...
Okay. Interesting. So let's give the doll back. It gives me another avenue to explore. I believe she was up here.
Hey!
Oh yeah, don't touch the fossil. Okay, okay. Your doll, creepy girl.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle.
Myrtle!
That's such a weird name, Myrtle.
I missed you so much.
Yeah. Probably was a really popular name in like
Now,
1800s,
I believe
but
we had
you know.
a deal.
Oh, you can show me where the
Hide and
Barrow
seek.
is? No. No, kid. And you left
Come
the other
back.
fucking dolls.
It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Ah. Now you're not
I
here. Let's
can't
touch-
pry the fossil from the rock with my bare hands.
You can't pry it with your bare hands, but you could with tools, maybe? Is that what you're suggesting, Thomasina? Okay, good that you stayed up.
Hey!
Okay, good, because I didn't want to have to explore this map trying to find this child randomly. You know, as long as I know which way you're gone, it's okay. Oh, you're going to the hole. That's what you're doing. Right?
Jane?
That's terrifying.
Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in.
Let me come in.
Fine.
Damn. Don't crawl into the hole.
Curses.
Too small.
The hole is too small for me to fit through.
So the trowel. So I was literally right. Last time I played, I tried the trowel on the hole and it was like, no, and then I was like, tried the trowel on the mushrooms and it was like, no, no, no. And literally all I had to do was open up the freaking tab. And now everything I said is now correct.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand. Uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod.
I think crawling into a tunnel is absolutely terrifying.
That should do it.
Young me would be like all for it like the kid, but like adult me, heck no, I'd rather just go home and not die, thank you.
Jane!
Oh.
Jane!
No, I don't like this
Come
still.
out this instant. I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source.
Need a light source.
Jane? I can't see how that will...
Okay, okay. Worm.
No,
Worm?
that's a peculiar...
Okay. I'm just throwing shit out.
No,
Don't worry.
that's not it.
No. Okay, okay. Oh, the match.
I do not wish to set...
Hang on, hang on. Let me get rid of it. The match.
Curses. The useless thing blew out.
Oh, okay.
Jane?
Okay, looks like we're not getting in here without a light source then. So, how do I get a light source? You lads done?
I have nothing else to...
Okay. Oh, there's an exit here. I was being dumb. I couldn't figure out how to exit because the exit symbol was right behind my microphone, so I got stuck in the menu last time. What do I want to do? Let's explore them for a little bit. Hello, Cyril.
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
How do? Henry
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the stomach, that
Okay.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
does. Bah, you're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's
Do I
a
have to
Bewley
invite
lad.
Cyril for a pint?
We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
There we go.
I can imagine.
So if I invite you to the pub, and then invite Mr. Long to the pub, and then get you into a polite discussion over trains.
Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now,
Yes.
Alright.
go on then, lass.
Go on, lass.
Follow me.
No, don't follow me. Just go to the pub. By yourself. No, no, no.
So then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Very droll, Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink.
You can stay there,
Not
Cyril.
too bad for an outsider.
Stay there, Cyril. Okay, perfect. You stay there. I'll go invite Mr. Long. It's annoying because Mr. Long left, so let's go invite Mr. Long for a drink. No, no, no. It's not what I was planning to do. Go on, have another drink,
Hello.
Mr. Long.
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
Another one?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer,
Good
Miss
thing he
Bateman.
drinks like a champ.
Let us make our way.
Alright. So, now you have an argument with Cyril?
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot!
There we go. Idiot!
That station is the worst decision this village has ever made!
Alright, Cyril. Thank you. You what?
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas. I will change your mind even if it kills me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Looks like the plan's working. How cunning. Game saved. Oh yeah.
Can I please have a new candle for my room?
Candle.
I'll go upstairs and replace it this evening.
Can I have one now?
No.
It's not dark yet, Miss Bateman.
I need a candle though.
Never mind. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Alright, do you have a light, Mr. Gravedigger?
Hello? What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Nothing.
Not to say, except don't be sniffing around his
Oh,
lordship's
God, this
manor.
guy is fucking
You'll end up
useless.
with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
He'll shoot you with a
You heard
buckshot.
me. Just mind your own business around here.
I really must find Hobbs Barrow.
What did I tell you last time? Not to be found.
Okay,
Ta-ra.
goodbye. Ta-ra! Ta-ra, love. He's useless, that guy. Absolute bloody useless. Let's talk to Douglas. How you doing, Douglas?
Hello?
Yes?
Do you know Lord
What do you know
Panswick?
about Lord Panswick?
He gave me some sweets once.
Nice.
My friend says that Lord Panswick has special trees at his manor that grow sweets on their branches. You think
Okay.
that's true, miss?
I think that's very unlikely.
You might
Me
have,
too.
like, cherry trees or something. Or, like, apple trees, you know.
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow?
Don't know.
Not like a wheelbarrow.
Never mind.
Dumbass.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
Alright, let's talk
Good
to your
day.
sister who's...
Hello, miss.
Hello, miss. I
What
don't
do you know
nothing about
Lord
nothing.
Panswick?
Not a lot. I know he's in charge around here.
He's rich.
Does he come to the village often?
Not really. He has a manor out on the moors.
Have you ever been there?
No,
Heavens, no. Villagers aren't allowed there.
that's
Why
very
not?
suspicious.
Dunno. It's just the way it is.
Don't
Are you
know.
sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow? I really must find it.
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Bye, miss. Let's go break in. Yeah, I know it's locked.
I need
Okay.
to get inside.
Let's use this hairpin. Let's see if that works.
Kenneth taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is
Lock
much
picking.
more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Okay. Unless there's a lantern in my box, though, I
Snapped
don't
the
know what to
hairpin
do.
in the process, but I managed to
Where's
unlock the door.
Kenneth Lockpicker achievement? Ah.
Let's open this envelope.
Okay, let's open this envelope indeed. Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London, and I cannot join you in Bewley. I've packed your usual equipment, and pray you will find your local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch. Okay.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back. Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task.
I can assume it was
Somehow, no one was there to witness it.
heavy. Suspicious.
But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
I like Thomasina. I really hope you survive this. Like, it's a horror game, you know,
Wait.
so there's a chance you might die.
Where's
There's a
my
chance
money?
Oh, there's
it's
no
not
money.
in here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man. It looks like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels.
Torch.
Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern.
Fuck yeah, lantern.
Feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside.
Okay.
I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here. No money and no assistant. This
Good
is
stuff.
most inconvenient.
Yes, indeed.
Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that Barrow and get on with the excavation.
I'm sure you have enough,
I don't wish to carry around my heavy... It's my crate of excavation tools.
yeah, I'm sure money isn't the worst thing for you.
Sturdy-looking barrels. I suspect the barrels are empty. Otherwise, the locals would be rolling them in. I need
Lantern.
paraffin to fuel my lantern. I've had this for years. It's looking like it could break at any moment, really.
So, let's... Do you have any oil?
I can't think of anything.
Alright, fuck you. Let's go chisel the rock. Actually, before that, let's see if the blacksmith fixes the tool, because it said it was, like, nearly broken. Mr. Crozier,
Good day.
Yes?
would you...
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
Okay.
I don't have much to spare, lass.
That's not what I was
Paraffin
thinking.
is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None.
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
But what do you
A
want
trade,
to...
you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
Okay.
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious. Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow is?
Sorry, lass.
Alright, lass.
Thanks for your time.
So, surprise you. Well, I think I know what it's going to be, but I thought I could
I don't think Mr. Crozier would be interested in...
have a worm. Okay. So I was thinking I would get him to fix my chisel, and then I would use the chisel on the Ammonon horn. But it doesn't seem like that's the way it's going to be. So I think what's actually going to happen is I use the chisel and then trade the Ammonon with the bloke. Don't know what the worm's for though. What's the fuck's a worm for? Like, I feel like I need a hammer with this chisel as well, just to throw it out there. But you know, it's
Splendid. I've
splendid.
managed to extract it in one piece.
You'd say you'd like it above
An
your
exceptional ammonite
ammonite
fossil.
fossil. Alright, so... Alright, do you want this fossil? If not, I'm gonna have to wander around the village. Fossil?
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Maybe?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
It looks familiar.
Wonderful.
Link.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside.
Did you just destroy this natural landmark for some paraffin? Fuck.
There you are.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Alright, that's really freaking, fossil collector. Mr. Crozier got a good deal there. Paraffin plus... lantern? And we have...
My lantern is fueled and ready for action.
Alright. Let's crawl into this terrifying fucking tunnel. Oh, goodness. I hate... and that giggle! Oh, it's so terrifying.
Right. Let's put this lantern to good use.
Alright. Oh, don't like the heartbeat. Oh no. Oh.
Jane, come out at once.
Is the heartbeat like my heartbeat? Because I'm in this terrifying thing. Or is... Oh, it's a badger.
Goodness me.
Yeah, okay. Badgers are quite aggressive, I think. How did you get out, Jane? There are multiple
Jane?
tunnels.
Silly. What are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
What were you... What?
You were in there.
No, I
I
weren't.
weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I were hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
Yeah.
So where can I find Hobbs Barrow?
Go
Okay.
north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobbs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you.
Alright.
Thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
I swear she was in that freaking, Right. What's that about? So go north from the graveyard. That was weird, because she was definitely in that hole. So go north from the graveyard. Took me to the... Okay. Now can I go? Aha.
As I trudged through the
Nice.
barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his
shit.
puzzling disappearance.
Mm-hmm.
The townsfolk of Bewley, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't mess with local
The
stuff.
suspicion, the wariness in their eyes.
He literally have just destroyed that Ammon's horn thing, so...
Only now I know it was actually fear.
Okay.
In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
Oh, maybe we do die. Hi, Sasha. Fields Gate.
Ah, the smell of damp soil and rotting vegetation. I've no desire to wander the furrows. The gate opens out into a vast tilled field.
Don't run away. You can't meow and then run away.
Ploughed fields stretch far and wide, an unusual sight for this area.
Okay, does it... Okay, it does go. Door.
The entrance to the farmhouse.
Oh.
What do you want?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What do you want, lass?
Access to Hobbs
I
Barrow.
understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, yes. Why do you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the Barrows of England.
Oh. I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
I do.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife. And I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
Wow. Okay.
Was there a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye.
Oh.
My brother dug it up. Must have been, what, 25 years ago?
Did he die?
You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I
Cthulhu
moved back here
bullshit.
to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know. But something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
What happened in
I
this
try
barrow?
hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass.
Alright, that's fair.
I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off.
Okay.
To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
Cyril.
2 others, I believe.
I guess
Outsiders,
Arthur.
perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards.
Okay.
I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see. What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden. Is your wife home?
No.
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds.
To
The
market.
curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden. You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time?
I hear
That's
about him
still
now and
interesting,
then,
though.
but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobbs Barrow.
Not to my knowledge.
That's
I heard he's
interesting.
beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Exactly.
Not at all.
That's so weird. So, Leonard Shorter actually might just be really ill, or he's been into the Barrow and got something.
What can you
alright.
tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his
Is that-
animals.
What is
Smug
he
bastard.
like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see.
The same one you saw in the
You
forest.
say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What exactly ails him?
I don't
I'm
know.
unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
Fair enough.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
Whatever.
No. Have
Okay.
you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Alright. As you wish, I'm afraid I won't take no for an answer. Wouldn't you like me to find out more about what drove Samuel mad, basically, that one?
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
No.
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
Proof?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields.
Wanna see my
What
chisel?
proof have you of your claims?
Thanks for your time.
Ta-ra now.
Wait, don't leave, okay. You wanna see my chisel?
I'm not sure they would be...
Alright, I guess the letters? Or, do the letters to show that we were in
Here is
conversation.
proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
I just showed you my tools. Look, I'm a gravedigger.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Alright.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting out do with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
Well,
So
sure.
where can I find it?
Through
way.
that gate to your left.
Oh,
Just head straight across the top to the field there.
to field.
After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow. Set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Nice. I do like getting somewhere. Let's see if we can keep going this way first. So what else we got? Bucket.
The empty bucket smells of rancid milk. This is not mine to take.
What's this way? What's a goat?
What a wild-looking thing.
Hello?
Easy, girl.
Something tells me the goat might be a puzzle later. Alright. Thanks you, Mr. Bryden. Fuck yeah, I get to see the Barrow. Some good music. Alright. So I get the feeling Thomasina is gonna
I
go
probably
mad.
should have brought my umbrella.
Game saved. Yeah, good, because I haven't been saved yet.
Perhaps I could take a closer look.
I could take a closer look, yes. A.R. Arthur something?
A.R. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to.
Arthur. Oh.
Hobbs Barrow.
Oh. So is that it? I was kind of expecting
Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular
something more, I
form.
guess.
I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder?
Show me your secrets. Touch it. Alright, I was going to assume some kind of
Smell.
Cthulhu flash on the
Earthy
screen
and
or something.
Sweet.
Hobbs Barrow. That smell, earthy and sweet. Flashback.
3,
Oh,
2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina.
but I heard which direction you were coming from.
Come.
If we're playing hide and seek.
Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Okay.
Capital.
Well, there's something
Make
on that
sure you
statue.
remember everything I've taught you.
Oh, this
I
is
have a
nice.
feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Oh, this is nice.
Thank you, Daddy.
I like this flashback. Oh, it's a trowel.
Now I'm ready.
Yes.
Hello.
Alright, let's use this trowel with the dirt. Oh, that's nice.
Thomasina, we don't
Oh, don't excavate while bare hands. Sorry, I put the trowel away. There we go. It's really nice and actually really wholesome because like you're getting your child into your
Nothing
hobbies and
here.
your like, you know. That's nice. Also, this garden's really pretty, so it's like you'd assume
No
they'd be
treasures
like,
here.
"Don't touch the garden." And more mud. Aha. And it will have sweets inside or something.
Treasure.
Oh, that's really nice. Oh, it's a pottery.
Daddy, I found the treasure.
Oh, this is really good.
Look.
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious.
I'll
Take
borrow
good
it
care
whilst
of
I was
it,
digging it
all
up.
right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
I actually thought it was going to be like a bag with her like handkerchief in or some sweets or something. Nice.
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here.
Oh, really?
I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate. I must gain
Okay. I just use the
in good time.
in good time. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what to do. I'm run out of leads now, so unless I have to use the worm on something, I think it's go to sleep, have Cthulhu visions of the cat again. Also, AR. It was Arthur Tillett, so AR isn't Arthur Tillett. AR. Maybe I should go back to the
Darkness
grave.
falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
Possibly. I'll just teleport. Yeah, alright, go to the church. Let's have a quick look at the gravestones again. Wonder if AR is someone here.
I'll have to read it tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll have to read.
Alright, it's too dark. Ooh.
Perhaps this belongs to a This must belong. The bucket has seen. The bucket is rust.
Alright. Interesting. It's really dark and foggy. You have triggered the Barrow. Okay. Oh, hey,
Mr.
Miss
Crozier is enjoying a large mug of ale. Good evening, Mr. Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass. 'Tis truly a beauty.
Don't mention it.
You're most welcome. How long have you been collecting fossils?
He's collecting
Ever
fossils.
since I were a boy.
Oh, okay, nice.
The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favourite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today. The most recent is always the best.
Indeed.
What
Recency
about you,
bias.
lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England. I
Like
document all my findings.
But what do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
Okay, that's good.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not dissimilar in that we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point there.
I'm distracted.
How's your book coming along then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobbs Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
So, I've been distracted this entire conversation with Mr. Crozier as this motherfucker is doing the knife game where you go like thud, 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 thud. My favourite version is in Aliens where Bishop does it. Alright, let's talk to Man.
This local chap looks thoroughly intoxicated.
Hello.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block off.
Okay.
In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady? Piss off.
You heard the man.
Charming.
Don't like his voice. Same as the guy who was chopping trees down. Alright. Who are you, Man?
He's engaged in a bout of pin finger.
Pin
Such
finger.
a brutal hobby.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
Good evening, sir. I'll leave you to it.
Alright. Herbert! Let's go talk to
It's
the cat.
Herbert, the local stray. I don't wish to wake him up.
Oh, that's pleasant.
I must say, last night has rather put me off using these toilets.
Oh, I was trying to talk to Cyril.
Cyril seems gruff and unwelcoming, but I sense he may be a kind man under this facade.
Hello, Cyril.
Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
Alright, alright. You sour
He seems
puss.
even more wound up than usual.
Let's talk to Stanley. Alright, Stanley.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hobbs Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman?
Don't worry.
There are stories connected to that place.
Oh,
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add.
Exactly.
Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have no doubt, but
Please
please
leave them be.
leave that place be.
yeah.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
So
A
a
mug
drink.
of your finest ale, please.
Oh. Yeah, I'll have a mug of ale to celebrate finding the barrow.
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Stanley. Hey.
Goodbye.
See you
Alright.
soon.
Go to bed. Yeah.
Time for bed. Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
Interesting. I'm not sure how.
Miss Bateman.
Oh. Aye. Ah,
How
Mr.
are you?
Tillett.
Tired.
Can I buy you a drink?
Sure. One more won't hurt. Well, one won't hurt. Perhaps I can gain more information from Miss Tillett. No thanks, Miss Tillett. I should keep a clear head. Shouldn't you stop drinking so much for myself? Let's have a pint.
One won't hurt.
Excellent.
I've had one.
I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
I was thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember
Oh,
what
do you
happened.
now?
I'm not sure that's logical.
Worth trying?
Aye.
I don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
Alright. Are we going to sit in the corner? That's our seat.
to Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be.
It's ironically the best and worst seats in the
I've been
bar
meaning to
because
ask
it's
you
next to the toilets.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally.
Nice.
I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
Uh-huh.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Not really.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia
Because
you
you
can
don't
imagine.
find gold and stuff.
Every stone carefully taken down, every shovelful of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight.
Not surprised.
Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Okay, it was your
Oh,
mother.
that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her.
Oof.
She was nought but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind.
Yeah, I thought something like that
She
had
was
happened.
everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at a favourite lookout
Bench for
spot
the
on the
moor.
moors.
Oh, that's nice.
Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye,
That's a beautiful tribute.
aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
think I
Of
will.
course, Mr. Tillett.
I really
I can
like this
relate
game.
in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur.
Nice.
Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't.
Go on then.
But I did.
There we go.
And another after that. And another.
See? Oh, getting on with Arthur. I like this.
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
That's really nice.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
I mustn't.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please.
Don't you know what that means?
You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
Go on then. Give us a belter.
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull!
That's nice. Let's get flashback. Oh, nighttime cat terrors. So the door's locked. Actually, the door's less likely to be locked this time because I'm drunk. Oh? Game saved. Oh, we're going to the Barrow. With a slightly sickly... Oh, what the fuck are you? Hello.
Hello, Thomasina.
What is this?
So you're bad.
Who are you?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
You were here 25 years ago.
Oh,
My father?
shit.
You were deep down with the others. You were there when something went wrong. I dragged him out.
Impossible.
Oh.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning.
Okay, okay.
Now go.
I didn't peg that. I should have, actually.
One more thing. This is not a dream.
The second day. Expiscore. Achievement unlocked for the second day. Alright. What the bloody heck happened there? Alright, this story's
Goodness,
good.
that was a terrible sleep.
I like the characters, I'm liking the story, I'm liking the mystery and the paranoia. Yeah, this game's so good. Man, I love the music in this game. Alright, so, assuming stuff hasn't changed today, there are 3 things I would like to do. I think number 1 is go visit the bench that Arthur Tillett mentioned, which leads me out to the moors, whatever way that was, which means I'll probably check in with Mr. Shoulder again. And then there was the loggers who said the way was blocked until tomorrow, so it's tomorrow. So they're the 3 things that I'm planning on doing, assuming this book doesn't change it. Alright, so what have we got? Have a quick check on
The
everything
wardrobe
again.
looks old. Sturdy look.
Okay, so that's new. Proof of my dad, I guess.
What's this?
It's a book. An actual tome.
There's a strange stone strapped to the cover.
Interesting. Chicken. Beware of chicken. Why beware of chicken? Day 1. Arrived after a decent day's ride from Bakewell. This is a curious place. Locals seem distant. I'm to meet my local contact tomorrow, so it will be an early night for me. I shall try to keep a diary of my stay here and not give up by day 3 of the excavation as usual. Despite the thrill of possible new discoveries, I cannot stop thinking about my dear wife and wonder if I shall have left her in her current state. I guess this is our father. I must have faith that she will conquer this bout of illness. True to form, my journal has been abandoned. Let that not speak for the excitement I feel for this excavation. After much preparation, we dig tomorrow. Such an exceptional site with a unique history. As for the dangers, we shall meet them head first. We are prepared. I also sought out a local wise woman yesterday, and she provided me with a tincture for my beloved nausea's gravidarum. I am sure she shall be pleased with it upon my return. Interesting. Lo, a place of miracles, A planted seed sprouted before our eyes and illuminated our path. Nature's laws hold no meaning here, but I clutch my tablet with the knowledge that it shall end this. Theta Z Epsilon. We found the code was simply in the singularity of the characters. All eyes must face towards the 7th Archondic. Okay. When the sun and the 2 moons meet, the Guardian shall be defeated. What is this all about? What? Alright. A dead language reveals the path. For thou art the moon, the chief of the stars. Listen to the things that I have said. Follow the words of my mouth. Nice, it's all caps there. Reveal thyself to me. I heard a whisper, not once, again and again. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit. Okay.
It appears to be a journal, full of hogwash. I don't recognise the handwriting. Maybe Stanley knows more about it.
Stanley? Well, maybe not our dad, Sam. We'll come back to you. Add that to the list of curiosities.
Good morning. How's your head, Miss Bateman? That were quite the tune you treated us to last night.
To be honest, Stanley, I felt better.
Yeah.
I take it you slid this journal under my door?
What's that on the
I
desk?
beg your pardon?
What?
The journal, Stanley.
I certainly did no such thing. Nor could have anyone else. You're the only guest staying here.
What's the meaning of all this? Do you propose that it manifested itself out of thin air?
Continue accusing Mr. Kemp. Relent. He might be telling the truth.
I'm
Relent.
sorry. I just don't understand how else it could have got there.
Will be nicer, Stanley.
Are you sure there was no one else here overnight?
No one else.
Without doubt.
How very, very peculiar.
How peculiar.
So, what does it say inside?
Hubris. Sorry, hogswash. I'll show Stanley. Okay.
Take a look.
I'm quite trusting.
Well, I can't make head nor tail of it.
Neither can I.
Maybe someone else in the village can help you with it.
Who's the woman?
What do you make
The
of this
mystic
stone?
woman.
That's a funny looking thing. It's got a cockerel on it.
Yes,
Beware chicken.
but have you seen anything like it?
Never.
Dream.
Do you ever have strange dreams, Stanley?
Of course.
Me? I sleep as sound as a baby.
I had one such dream last night. It was so vivid.
What were it about?
Let's explain
I
the
was
dream.
at Hobbs Barrow,
Oh?
but everything was different. Great peaks soared in the distance. And there was a creature.
A creature, you say?
A creature?
Yes, a short, robed fellow, eyes as black as pitch. It told me that my father had been there in Hobbs Barrow many years ago, but something went wrong, and the creature helped him escape. It said that I
Interesting.
would find proof in the morning.
Oh, the
And they did
journal.
find proof.
You've had a premonition, lass.
Please, Stanley, I've no time for that nonsense. But I'll admit it's a strange coincidence.
Strange coincidence,
Now, what
nonetheless.
did I tell you about Hobbs Barrow?
That I should leave it alone.
Yep.
Aye.
Aye, lass.
Hogwash.
Hogwash. Right, I think... Oh.
What is this folk tale you mention?
Well, when I were a wee boy,
Talk of
there
a
were
goblin.
talk of a goblin. They say he lived inside Hobbs Barrow.
Okay, so the
Hence
creature.
name, Hobbs Barrow.
Okay.
Hob, coming from
Hobgoblin.
hobgoblin, of
All right.
course.
Of course.
Fortunately, I don't remember anything else about it.
I was told not to believe in such fairy tales, Stanley.
Don't
Okay.
close your mind to such things, lass. I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you more.
Perhaps, if I ever meet him. Goodbye.
See you soon.
So there's a goblin. No, don't leave. Oh.
Good morning, Mr. Kemp.
Good day, Miss Tompkins.
I'm here for his lordship's paper.
Sorry, lass. Mr. Price hasn't dropped them off this morning. I heard he actually left the village yesterday.
Indeed, I can vouch for that.
Indeed, I
Mum?
stole my stuff
Good
back.
day.
Oh dear. His lordship won't be pleased.
My sincerest apologies, Miss Tompkins.
I'll come back in a few days.
In a
Ta-ra.
few days.
Goodbye.
Ta-da! Alright, now can I look at this table? Knife. Well, let's take this knife.
The knife is stuck deep in the table.
Yoink.
Goodness me, I can't budge it.
Be careful, Miss Bateman. You'll cut yourself. I spent all morning trying to get that bloody thing out. I shall be having words with that scoundrel next time he shows
He
his
owes me a
face.
table. Go on. Go on.
Curses.
Curses.
We have our very own Excalibur. It's all
Right.
yours if you can pull it out, King Arthur.
Why, thank you. I think maybe I can pull it out with the glove.
No, that's not it.
Alright.
I do not wish.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I do not wish to damage Mr. Kemp's table any further than it already has been.
oh okay. I don't see anything that can help me. So let's leave it for now. I assume it's going to be a puzzle solved with something I find today. Oh,
Right. I need to convince Mr. Bryden to let me excavate Hobbs' Barrow and find out where this journal came from. Curses! I forgot I had this worm in my pocket. Poor thing is dead now. Rest in peace, Kenneth.
what's... Okay, who are you? Oh, it's the market day. Hello, woman.
Good day.
I'm still setting up my stall. Come back later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright.
She is busy setting up her stall.
Okay. So let's go here. Alright, Mr. Long. Do you know when the postmaster will be back?
Mr. Long mustn't be in. I don't need to go in there
Hello.
again.
Oh. Hello, Father Roach.
Good morning, Father Roach.
Ah, Miss Bateman. What a pleasure to see you again. Have you tracked down Mr. Shoulder yet?
Don't get me started.
I'll
Today
take
will be
that as
the
a
day.
no.
Indeed. Do you recognize this journal?
I do not.
What a tatty old thing. You ought to take better care of your possessions, Miss Bateman.
Alright.
It's not mine.
Then whose is it?
That's precisely what I'm trying to find out.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I haven't seen it before.
What do you make of this stone?
It's a chicken. Oh, wait.
I don't recognize the symbol from any Christian iconography.
I only
Did you
believe
make
in
it
the
yourself?
Lord.
No, never mind.
Alright.
What brings you to the square today?
Market.
I'm meeting a couple of young congregation members to go over some scripture. You're welcome to join us.
No.
Thank you, Father Roach, but I have quite a busy day ahead of me.
That's a very
We
polite
will
way
be
to
at St.
decline.
Edmunds, should you wish to join us later.
Okay, so we'll go to the church today as
What do
well.
you know of Lord Panswick?
Oh, yes. A rather important fellow around here. His vast land holdings give many a steady employment.
I hear he is renovating an old chapel on his land.
Suspicious as fuck.
I've heard such reports. He believes this to be a godless land. Something I wholeheartedly disagree with. To which god his chapel will be dedicated to remains a matter of concern.
Why do you
Okay.
say that?
Oh, my apologies. Don't listen to my oafish conjecture.
Okay.
Let us move on.
Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. And you. Oh, wait. What was the mural plaque?
In memory of
Maplehurst. It's not AR from the stone. See if I can quick pop up who AR is.
John, dearly beloved,
John Pert
forever in light, and
and Ken.
here lies Margaret, Joseph, Samuel Bryden.
Oh, the guy's
Death is
brother.
Here lies Elizabeth.
So what was I doing? Oh, the bench, but the bench is that way actually. Hello, Wally. You're a little shit.
Hello, Wally.
Go away! You gave the door back to my sister.
I did.
It wasn't very nice of you to bury her favourite toy, Wally.
I gave it to the fair folk, and you stole it back from them.
You don't really believe in fairies, do you?
A little bit.
You're old enough to know better.
They're real, and thanks to you, I'm cursed.
There's no such thing as curses either,
Yeah, wrecked.
Wally.
Have anyone who deserves to be cursed, it's you, Wally.
This is where I dug up Jane's ragdoll.
It is. Do I get a replacement worm?
I shall name you Kenneth II.
Right. What is the deal with the worm? Was I meant to give the bird a worm or something? Oh, he's gone. Let's go to the Barrow later.
William Paxton, modest and...
Oh. So let's do the bench first. Oh, that's a little bun bun.
Margaret's Lookout, dedicated to Arthur's mother.
Go sit down. Yeah, let's take some time. A moment of reflection. Here's to Margaret Tillett. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to enjoy the moors, I think this is the best way to do it. I'd rather look at its beauty or desolation. Rest. Sometimes we all need to sit and watch the world go by. Achievement unlocked. Yeah, I'd rather sit and watch here or paint or read than, like, walk for hours across the moor. Well, I got me some achievements, that'll do. Didn't mean to get it, but...
What a peculiar name. The Devil's Toe. I can't quite see the resemblance myself.
Oh, not Arthur. Ooh, I wonder if the stone fits.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon.
Crescent moon, you say?
It's bolted onto the door itself.
Mr. Shoulder?
I've come a long way to meet you, Mr. Shoulder. Please open the door. Mr. Shoulder continues to prove himself elusive.
Let me do stone.
No, that won't achieve anything useful.
Are you sure? Let's look at the chickens.
Mr. Shoulder must have dropped the matching glove. It was rather rude of him not to come inside and see me.
Alright, so looks like we're not meant to do this yet, but I'm coming back to see you later, Mr. Shoulder. Oh,
Thomasina!
What are you doing, Arthur?
Good morning, Arthur.
You look a bit addled. Are you feeling all right?
I'm a bit worse for wear today.
I'm not drinking as much as we did.
Aye, my head is pounding.
My head is pounding.
To tell you the truth, Arthur, I've had a somewhat puzzling morning.
Oh?
Someone slipped this journal under the door of my room.
Whose journal is it?
I have no idea. The text refers to some sort of excavation.
Well, Stanley must be playing tricks on you.
He swore his innocence. I thought perhaps you might have done it?
No, it wasn't me. That's for certain. Somehow I have a clear memory of last night.
I wonder who left me this journal then.
Mind if I take a closer look?
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. I'm showing everyone. I'm just like, whatever. He's having a proper read.
The writings of a madman.
I don't disagree. Do the sketches mean anything to you?
No, not at all. But they turn me stomach. You might want to show this to Mother Mildred.
Mother Mildred? Who's that?
Who is Mother Mildred?
Some think her a witch.
Perfect.
A witch?
Aye. She might be able to help you with the symbols.
Where can I find her?
She lives alone in a little cottage within Herne Wood here. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding her.
Okay.
Thanks, Arthur.
You're welcome.
What do you make of this stone?
Curiosity indeed.
It's a good shape for skimming across water. What is it?
I'm not sure. It was strapped to the cover of the journal.
How mysterious.
Mysterious. Right.
I had a splendid time last night.
Thanks, Arthur.
Aye. I even remember most of it this time. Thanks for listening to me going on. I really appreciate it.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you too, Arthur. Shouldn't you be manning the station?
Yeah.
The line is down.
Better get to
Track
work.
damage between Bewley and Bakewell. No trains for a day or more.
Does that mean I'm stranded here?
Yes,
For the
indeed.
time being, Thomasina.
Capital.
That's a little bit worrying.
Why do people think Mother Mildred is a witch? Just because a woman lives alone in the woods doesn't mean she flies about on a broomstick.
No, she curses
There's
people.
more to it than that. They say she lays with demons.
Demons,
Who are
eh?
they?
Oh, you know, local folk.
Hogwash.
It's a local
Some
place
also go
for
to her for
local people.
potions and spells.
Spells? Come now, Arthur.
Truth be told, she's a nice old lady. I sometimes see her foraging in the brambles around here.
Will she burn at the stake sometime soon?
You might think us backward in Bewley, Thomasina, but we're not that backward.
Are you not?
Sorry, Arthur. I only meant to tease. Goodbye.
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra, love. Game saved. Alright, see you later, Arthur Tillett. Oh wait, hang on. You wanna look at... a worm?
I don't think anyone really...
Alright. What do I do with the worm? That is... Oh, flashback time. Little
Thomasina,
bird.
dear, come say goodbye to your father.
Your father?
Come on now, don't make him wait.
I don't want to.
Oh, because he's going. Little bird.
Aren't you going to miss me?
I hate you, Daddy.
Those are strong words for such a little lady.
I want to come with you.
We've been through this, little bird. You can't come with me this time, but we'll go to Seaborough next month. I promise. Oh, what a dig that shall be.
I hate you!
Oh, come
Well,
now.
I love you.
Aw.
See you soon, little bird.
I hate that you're leaving me. I really like these flashbacks. I mean, it's very nice. Would you like a worm?
I shan't be visiting the badgers again.
Resin? Just gonna collect
The
resin.
resin has set somewhat. It's firmly gripped to the stump.
Okay. Glove.
No.
Okay. Shovel. Oh,
I've collected some waxy resin.
right. Now why do I want waxy resin?
I've collected this lump of waxy resin.
So what do I do with that waxy resin? One. Let's
It's the old woman I saw at Bewley Station.
Oh, the witch. That makes a lot more sense. Hello.
Please, forgive my intrusion. Are you Mother Mildred?
I am indeed, love.
Some call me that.
Some call
I
me
prefer
that.
Mildred Walker, given as that's my name.
Apologies. Thomasina Bateman. I think we met at Bewley Station.
I take it Panswick's men have cleared off.
Indeed.
Good riddance. Those ruffians would cut their own noses off if he asked them to. How's your sightseeing going then?
Not bad.
Save your words, young lady. I know you're no sightseer, and I know exactly why you're in Bewley. You won't get far by lying to me
Oh, I
again.
lied to the
I'm
witch.
sorry,
I recognised you the moment I laid eyes on you at the station.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, yeah, it's quite a striking family resemblance. You have your father's eyes, Miss Bateman.
Interesting.
You knew my father?
Such piercing blue eyes he had.
Obviously,
what a
yeah.
handsome young
So
man.
where's your father's diary then?
William.
He was here, in Bewley.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
A long time ago, mind.
A family connection.
25 years by my reckoning.
Achievement unlocked.
But I'll never forget those eyes.
Interesting. Well, perhaps I made a mistake by lying to this elderly lady who turned out to be a witch. Or, sorry, allegedly a witch.
Why was my father in Bewley?
You were helping Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow.
You must be jesting.
Do I look like I'm jesting?
You know, was a barrow digger. And he got injured, so yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
How did you come to meet my father?
One
Spells
might
for your
say I
mother.
have a reputation in these parts. Folks from all around come to me for help with their ailments. Fernwood is abundant with flora that, if mixed correctly, will cure almost any ill. Your father must have caught wind of this, as one day he came to me, asking for a cure.
A cure for what?
Cure?
Your mother were with child, and she was suffering the most terrible nausea.
Adam.
I made something to help her.
The journal. This was entered in the journal. It belongs to my father.
Okay.
What journal?
This journal.
Take a look at this. A passage recalls meeting a local wise woman to seek a tincture for his beloved's nausea gravidarum.
Aye, that's me. I made the tincture for him.
This is incredible.
You don't recognise your own father's handwriting?
I was 8 when I met
It's
him.
been so many years since I've seen it. What do you make of this stone?
I-A-W. I haven't a clue. Perhaps it's an old folk trinket, or a talisman of some kind. The moors are steeped in folklore.
IAW.
What can you tell me about the excavation?
Well, not much. I only met your father twice. The last time he asked me if I knew anything about binding magic.
Binding magic.
Ooh, hoo, hoo,
He
binding
said he
magic.
needed it for the excavation.
Hogwash.
Hogwash,
My
indeed.
father is a man of logic and reason. Why would he be asking about such
Little
nonsense?
bit magic.
Perhaps you don't know him as well as you think you do. Anyway, I know nothing of magic and told him so. He seemed disappointed. I never saw him again, but I understand the excavation went ahead. Samuel Bryden hanged himself not long after. Reason enough for you to stay well clear of that place.
That seems so. About after the
You never saw
excavation.
my father again after the excavation.
No, I always assumed he just went home.
Who excavated Hobbs Barrow alongside Samuel Bryden and my father?
From memory, it were just the two of them.
Okay.
What do you think my father meant by binding magic.
Gotta bind the
I've
awful
no
goblin.
idea. He didn't explain more, and I didn't wish to pry.
This just doesn't sound like my father at all.
You'll have to ask him yourself.
I'm afraid my father has been incapacitated since I was a child. He cannot speak nor move.
Terrible. Oh, I'm sorry.
You said that the flora here could cure almost any ill.
Almost, my dear. But your father's affliction sounds beyond my abilities.
The landlord of the Plough and Furrow told me about a folk tale associated with Hobbs Barrow. Something about a goblin. Are you familiar with it?
I am.
No doubt there is such a tale. Name any beastie you can think of, and someone round here will have a story about it.
All right.
My thoughts precisely. Charles Bryden mentioned there was a third man involved in the excavation.
Is that so? Well, you'd best ask him about it. He knows more than I do.
Can you tell me anything about Leonard Shoulder?
I know of him, as is the nature of such a small town. I also know he invited you here.
Little escapes you, Miss Walker.
So they say. My path rarely crosses with his. Let's put it that way. But he's a nice enough fellow.
I see.
Okay.
Do you know Lord Panswick?
I know his labourers make a mess of these woods, the brutes. The man himself hasn't graced me with his presence.
You've never met him?
Not since he were a wee lad. A maid brought him to me with a sore stomach. It were all the rich food they were feeding him, nowt more.
Thank you
What
for
is
your
it?
help, Miss Walker.
What
What are those berries you're picking?
An ancient breed, no good for eating. However, they do have some medicinal qualities.
I see.
Because the priest was eating some berries that made him sick?
They look somewhat like juniper berries. I shouldn't enter. The cottage is nestled cosily in the woods.
Do you want to worm?
I don't think any...
Alright, I'm thinking...
Miss Bateman,
Oh,
Yes.
remember what I told you when we first met? You're
don't.
better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
to city.
Why?
Something terrible happened to Samuel Bryden in that barrow.
Indeed.
Whatever they found down there, I'd wager it got to your father
And it's
too.
gonna get me too.
Tell
'cause
me
of
you
my,
won't disturb Hobbs Barrow.
I can't make that promise, Mildred.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
Fair enough.
There's something unnatural about that place.
We must seek to understand the world by rational means, Miss Walker. One cannot abandon reason.
Agreed. Alright. So I'm thinking... oh, no flashback. Just let me talk. The tar on the knife?
Thomasina!
Or the
Thomasina,
resin,
come
that
here
was
this
it.
instant.
No.
I'm playing with Josephine.
She can wait. This is very important.
I'll be back soon. I'll be back.
I'll be back soon, Josephine. I don't
Hello.
believe you. Hello. Something gonna happen to Josephine.
What is it, Mummy?
It's your father.
Daddy's home?
No.
No, my dear. I must go to Bakewell with haste. Miss Bowes will look after you whilst I'm gone. Is that clear?
Where's Daddy?
He's had
Not
an
done.
accident.
What happened?
He's come off his horse.
Silly Daddy. Will he be all right?
Silly daddy.
Of course he will be fine. Your father is as strong as an ox. But I need to go collect him, all right?
Can't I come too?
No, dear. Miss Bowes will look after you.
But I want to come.
Go pick up your dolls, then come inside, all right?
Yes, Mummy. Mummy looks worried.
Mummy looks worried. Let me guess, Josephine's gone?
Josephine. Josephine, it's time to go inside now.
I don't want to go inside. I want to stay in the garden. Oh,
Where did Mummy go?
she's gone. Delightful family.
I shan't be visiting.
I shan't be merging with the badger. What? Oh,
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
curious. Oh, alright, Arthur?
Arthur, you won't believe it. The journal belongs to my father. He was here in Bewley. Arthur? Hello?
Oh,
Ooh.
sorry. I'm trying to remember something.
What is it?
I'm
What
not sure.
happened the night we met?
Something in the woods. It will come back to me.
Oh.
You say your father were in
Okay.
Bewley?
Yes! Mildred said that he helped Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow 25 years ago.
Well, I'll be. Let's talk about it tonight at the plough.
That's
leave
fine,
him.
Arthur. We'll talk later. I hope you piece together your memories.
That's weird. Resin.
No,
With knife?
that won't achieve anything useful.
Right. Okay. So let's go to the church then. And then... Oh, you're here now. Hello.
Good day.
Hey up.
Hey up.
Look at this, Mr. Crozier. It's my father's journal.
Oh, aye? Why are you showing me?
Did you
I'm
slip
showing
it
it
under
to
my
everyone.
door last night?
Have you gone daft? Why would I have your father's journal?
Never mind. Did
like
the
the
sketches
way you
inside
investigate.
mean anything to you?
Looks like a load of rubbish to me.
Imagine if Thomasina was like a detective. Did you kill him? Did you kill him? Did you kill him? It's like, come on.
I found out my father visited Bewley 25 years ago. William Bateman, perhaps you remember him?
I would have been just a lad.
Just a lad.
What were you here for?
The
That's
Barrow.
what I intend to find out.
He was here for the Barrow,
What do you make
obviously.
of this stone?
Don't look like out to me.
Are you familiar with any local folklore?
Oh, aye. The old cobbler used to tell me some rat stories. Swore he sold a pair of boots to a goblin when he were a young man.
A
Interesting.
goblin, you
A
say?
cobbler?
I take it this cobbler was a regular at the Plough and Furrow?
Never drank a day in his life. Sober as a judge. Have you been to the Devil's Toe?
Yes, I'm familiar with the cairn.
Some say they've seen the goblin's daughter there, playing her fiddle. Can't say I've seen her myself,
Let
mind.
me guess, it's going to be the girl from the moor.
Do you know any other stories about this goblin?
I don't have the time to be standing here gossiping about old wives'
All
tales.
right.
Apologies. I'm having some trouble extricating
Oh,
a knife from a
I didn't even
table
think
in the
about
Plough and
this
Furrow.
guy.
Might I borrow a pair of pliers?
A knife, you say? I can get that out for you.
You can?
That's very kind of you, Mr. Crozier.
Think nothing of it. Wait here.
Alright. I didn't even think about talking to you to get the knife. I thought it was going to be moon logic with the
That were a
resin.
struggle. Here you are.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Alright. Now, what do I do with this knife?
I should be careful. The blade is sharp.
Alright. Let's go. Was a cobbler.
A local cobbler.
Did you sell shoes to a goblin? Okay. Let's quickly pop in the church. Oh. Borg. Hello.
Hey, boy.
He was a good doggo. Supercoira. Alright. Alright.
It's locked.
There's nothing here. Alright. Got a couple ideas then. Knife on the flowers up here. Oh. Mr. Penchik, whatever your name is. Lord Fancy Pants.
Hello, dear.
Good day.
Sydney, must you be so
Sydney.
unruly? Run along home now, won't you?
Oh, it's a good doggo. Resin on the... Okay, let's just try quickly. Knife on the shrub.
That's a peculiar idea.
Is it really game? Alright.
I believe we've met.
Miss Thomasina Bateman, the famous antiquarian.
Lord Bungie.
My reputation precedes me.
I can assure you it does.
And you are?
James.
Lord Panswick, I believe.
Are you a painter?
You see this beck before you? Look at the water. See how it tumbles and falls. I seek one spot on which my eyes can rest. Be it a stone or a small corner of the current. I meet it with my gaze, and out of the tumbling and falling, a new land rises. I see a new world.
Little pretentious,
Certainly
but okay.
have the eloquence of an artist. What are you painting?
A new world.
A new world.
Quite the ambition.
Yes.
Indeed. My ambition knows no
A
bounds.
world of my
Can I
Cthulhu
see
Lord
it?
once my
Not yet.
altar is built.
It's not finished. Such a world is not complete without you in it.
Oh.
You flatter me, James.
Nonsense. Say you'll let me paint you.
No. Paint me like one of your French girls.
Why not?
Magnificent. You shall be the shining star of my new world.
I don't really have the time now, though. Perhaps later?
Don't fret, my dear. When the time comes, I shall call on thee.
Capital. What do you make of this stone?
It looks antique. You might want to keep a hold of it.
Thanks.
Do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I do indeed.
I'd like to know more about you, Thomasina. What
Yes.
time do you like to rise in the morning? How do you like your tea?
How'd you like
makes
your eggs
you
in the
happy?
morning?
Well, I like to rise early and watch
I
the
would lie,
sunrise.
but I feel like I
With
lied
your
last time.
husband, I'm sure.
No, I'm currently unentangled.
Such a view should be shared with at least a lover.
Do you deem yourself fit for this position?
Indubitably.
Of course.
But do go on. How do you like your tea?
Hot, with just a splash of milk.
Hot,
No
of
sugar,
course.
of course.
No sugar.
No.
It rots the teeth.
Sugar
your
indeed.
smile is as dazzling as the Himalayan snow.
Oh, James.
Oh, James.
And finally, what makes you happy?
Spending time with my father.
I should like to meet him.
Perhaps you will. And you, James? I propose the same queries to you.
All in good time. My truths will surround you in good time.
I like to summon Cthulhu demons. Also, good cup of tea, put the milk in last. That's like the only rule you really need to follow. And don't microwave water, but I guess if you have to, you have to. I didn't know that was a thing until I was online and I was like, who microwaves water for tea? But, you know, each to their own.
Do you know Leonard Shoulder?
A man of Bewley.
A man of Bewley?
Yes.
I care not for the men of Bewley. Only for the visitors.
Right.
Was that your dog?
Yes, his name is Sidney. Quite the excitable pup. Don't mind his bark. The little fellow wouldn't hurt a fly.
Doubt that.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
A charming
a
fellow.
fine gentleman. Now that is someone who commands respect.
Because
Do you
it
know
is
him
I.
personally?
No, I don't think anyone can really claim that. But what a tiring subject. Shall we discuss something a little more
No.
exciting?
Goodbye.
See you soon, my dear.
Alright, so I still think I need the knife for this shop.
No.
Alright, okay. Then I'm gonna go to Mr. Shoulder's house. Are you in now, Mr. Shoulder?
Mr. Shoulder continues to prove himself elusive.
Okay, then I'm gonna guess we go to the Barrow. And then if the Barrow isn't enough, then we go back. I'm guessing let's go to the Barrow, trigger a line of dialogue. Would you like the worm, Birdo?
No, that...
Alright. So let's... Oh, flashback. So it's probably the flashback that's going to trigger Mr. Shoulder being in. If he's going to be in at all. Oh.
Get away from the fire, Thomasina.
Are you burning your
What are you
dad's
burning?
diary?
Nothing. Just waste. Now go inside.
Looks like a diary. This is Daddy's book.
Abrax. Mummy, what is this?
Waste. Burn it.
Mr. Bryden.
Good day, Mr. Bryden.
Miss,
I...
I'll stop you there. I know what you're going to ask. No, I haven't changed my mind. There'll be no digging here, lass.
Mr. Bryden, allow me to explain. There has been an astonishing development this
Yes,
morning.
let me show you the diary.
Yes?
My father was with your brother during the excavation.
Oh,
Yes. Can you believe it? I had no idea he had been here.
the answer's still no, lass. I saw what happened to poor Samuel. I won't risk the same happening to anyone else.
But
That's enough now. You can feast your eyes on that hovel to your heart's content, but there'll be no digging.
No digging. But what if?
No question. I'm not.
But
Off
No
with.
questions. Alright. But what if... I'll show you the stone.
what do you make of this stone, Mr. Bryden? It was strapped to my father's journal.
Wait a minute. Let me see that.
It's for my
Spy.
brothers.
God. Wait here a moment. I need to get something from inside.
I waited for what felt like an age. I now realised that Mr. Bryden must have been in a great debate with himself, wondering whether or not to share his own piece of the mystery with me.
Interesting.
The goat stared at me, seemingly in pity, as I stood there in that rolling fog. Finally, Mr. Bryden emerged.
With another stone. This were my
Now
brothers.
then, as far as I know, what I have here is the only thing that Samuel brought back from Barrow.
From
Take
Barrow?
a look.
Oh.
Incredible! A pair!
That's been in my drawer ever since Samuel passed. I suppose it might be important, so I kept it safe.
Interesting.
Fate is clearly playing a part in your arrival, lass.
Please, Mr. Bryden, allow me to excavate Hobbs Barrow, a place that is no more than dirt and stone.
Alright.
You're not gonna give up, are you, lass?
I'm not.
Samuel managed to say one thing about those men that helped him. I think it's time I tell you.
Yes?
He stuttered out that one of those fellows could barely walk after they got out of there. Tongue-tied too, the man were.
My father.
You what?
My father. He had an accident around 25 years ago that left him bedbound and unable to talk.
Aye, could be him.
My mother told me it happened in a horse riding accident.
She lied.
Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. Something unnatural occurred, I know it.
Mr. Bryden, we must rely on our rational faculties to explain any...
Promise me you'll be careful.
I'll be
Any
careful.
sign of trouble, leave without hesitation and we'd board that accursed place up again. Understood?
Aye.
Wait, you're giving me permission to excavate?
Aye. Against me better judgment. I don't have the energy to stop you, lass.
Thank you so much. I am grateful.
Don't make me regret my decision. Take Samuel's stone.
Are you sure?
Aye. Give it back to me when you're finished, though.
I promise.
Thank you. Nice.
I'll be sure to show you my discoveries, Mr. Bryden.
I'd rather you don't. Now then, I've got things to get on with.
Do you want to see the...
I don't suppose you can spare any labour to help me with the dig.
Yes.
Don't push your luck, lass.
Yeah.
Market's on today. Plenty of able-bodied men about. Ta-ra now.
Ta-da. Permission
And like
granted.
that, I finally had permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow. As exciting as that was, I was distracted by what Mr. Bryden said of his brother's associate. There was no doubt in my mind that father was the stricken man he spoke of. You told me he was crippled after coming off his horse. Why did you lie to me?
Why indeed?
To protect me? To stop me from following in his footsteps? You failed.
You failed.
And so did Charles Bryden. He should have said no.
This is the thing that's making me think we're gonna get, like, Cthulhu'd.
You should have never
pretty
given
badly.
me that stone.
Hello, little goat.
The empty bucket smells of rancid milk.
Hello. Alright. So let's go look at the Hobbs Barrow.
Someone has carved the letters AR into the stone.
They have indeed.
Finally, we shall excavate tomorrow. Though
Tomorrow.
first, I need to find some workmen to assist me.
So in that case, let's go to the station. Let's have a look through. So the station's closed. Attention! Bewley Station is closed for the time being due to track damage between Bewley and Bakewell. We apologise for any inconvenience caused. Midland Railway. Alright. Yeah, so I need some workmen. Probably the ones who were working on cutting trees down. Mrs. Tompkins.
Hello, Miss Tompkins.
Hello.
We weren't introduced earlier. My name is Thomasina.
Mom?
Mom.
How do you fare, Miss Tompkins?
I'm waiting for Mr. Ambrose. Have you seen him?
Who's that?
Yeah, remind me
The
who that is.
milkman. Ms. Fenchurch will be ever so cross if I've no milk for his lordship.
I'm afraid I haven't seen him. You are in the employ of Lord Panswick.
Aye. He employs Arthur Bewley in one way or another.
Yes.
I'm in need of some help for my excavation. Do you think his lordship could lend me some of his labourers?
I can't speak on behalf of
Maybe.
his lord.
Might you introduce me to him?
Sorry, Ma'am, but his lordship doesn't take visitors. Any road, I must wait here for Mr. Ambrose. Ms. Fenchurch will be ever so cross if I've no milk for his lordship.
If Mr. Ambrose doesn't turn up, and I find you some milk, would you be able to introduce me to Lord Panswick?
His lordship really doesn't like visitors, Ma'am.
I
I'll take the
suppose.
risk.
Miss Fenchurch will be cross with me. But she'll be even crosser if I come back without fresh milk.
So, do we have a deal?
Aye, bring me some milk and I'll take you to his lordship.
Thank you.
But hopefully Mr. Ambrose will arrive soon.
Haven't seen any cows. Do I have to like milk the goat? Is that a thing? Is that what's going to go down?
Have you been waiting long for Mr. Ambrose?
Aye, he should have been here a good 2 hours ago.
Two hours
He's
ago?
here every market day, you see. He sells only the freshest milk. Miss Fenchurch swears by it. I hope misfortune hasn't befallen him on his way here.
I'm sure he will turn up.
Oh, I hope so.
Are you familiar with Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
Never mind. What do you make of these stones?
Oh, gives me the creeps.
Alright.
Why?
Dunno.
Just a
Just
feeling?
a feeling.
Who is Miss Fenchurch?
His lordship's housekeeper.
I'll let you know if I find some fresh milk.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mom.
And tell me if you see Mr. Ambrose, won't you?
I will. Good
Hello.
day.
You want some
Heyo.
work?
What do you make of these stones?
Don't look like
I've seen them already. Milk.
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
Nope.
I'm a blacksmith, not a cattle farmer.
Quite. Thanks for your time.
Aye.
Alright. Who are you? Pie seller? Get
Can I
your
interest
pie.
you in a pie? Finest mutton in all the county.
Eat your
2
pie.
pence each.
No, thank you.
You're missing out.
What about you? Who are you? Apple seller?
Good day.
Freshly picked apples, miss.
Your
Would you
voice
like
is
to
familiar?
try one on the house like?
Yes, please. I'm rather quite hungry.
Yes, please.
Here you are, miss.
The apple
Acquired
looks somewhat
apple.
rotten. It's riddled with holes. Good day.
Fresh produce.
What have you got for sale?
Cabbages?
I'm selling meat, vegetables, and all sorts of herbs and things. You're welcome to have a gander.
You're welcome to have a
I'll be sure to
gander.
browse. Do you have any milk for sale?
Not today, sorry.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, miss.
The apple looks somewhat rotten. It's riddled with holes.
If I combine the worm with the apple?
The worm has found a new home within the holes of the rotten apple.
Right. Why? Alright, that felt fine. You kept mentioning the holes. But why? That...
Joe, perhaps you've had enough sugar?
Don't you start and all.
Nah, sugar is good with your tea and coffee.
Hello?
Oh, aye, she's back again.
Alright,
Can't
Joe.
a man drink his tea in peace? There's nought for you
Alright.
here, lass.
Alright. Drinking tea in peace is fine.
Horrible man. How many more sugar cubes is he going to add to his tea? He'll have no teeth left by the end of the day.
Stanley, me old chap.
I've had some rather unbelievable news, Stanley.
Oh,
What an incredible story.
remarkable.
Quite
Okay.
the coincidence, is it not?
Alright.
Remarkable. Just remarkable.
Do you recall my father from back then?
I'm afraid not. Those were my droving days, you see. I didn't spend much time in Bewley, but an interesting turn of events nonetheless.
What do you know of Mother Mildred?
I'll tell you what I know about Mother Mildred.
She wants
She wants
locking up.
locking up.
How
Ooh.
so?
She owes me a small fortune on her tab from years ago. Do remind her next time you see her, won't you?
I'd rather not get involved, if you don't mind.
Yep.
Be careful who you trust, Miss Bateman.
Who is Miss Tompkins?
A housemaid in the employ of Panswick Manor. She comes by to pick up his lordship's weekly paper.
I'm surprised newspapers are available in Bewley.
Aye, his lordship gets what he wants.
Lord Panswick likes to keep up with affairs from outside of Bewley.
Aye, he has many interests around the country.
Makes sense.
What sort of interest?
Sugar in your tea, mate.
His lordship's affairs are his own business.
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
Sorry, lass.
Sorry,
I've
lass.
none at all.
You're gonna have
Never
to milk
mind.
that goat.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Hello.
Hello? William Paxton. Modest. Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Did you see a young girl with blonde hair pass by here?
No, lass. Hey up.
Hey up.
Are you Thomasina Bateman?
Are you Mr. Shoulder?
That's my name.
How marvellous. It's me, Leonard Shoulder.
Get fucked.
Heavens. I'd given up
Sorry,
on finding
I mean-
you.
Please take a seat, Miss Bateman. We have much to discuss.
Yeah, like what you fucking ghosted me for 3 days.
You've proven to be quite the enigma, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm mortified. I offer you 1,000 apologies. You see, I've been bound to me bed these past few days with a terrible fever.
That's a
How
lie.
dreadful.
Because you
Take
were
it you're
in the
feeling better
alleyway
now?
with your glove.
I were on me way to find you when I stopped here to catch me breath. I've not much go in me these days.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I were worried you'd have given up on me and left town.
I had no idea what had become of you, Mr. Shoulder. I spent a good amount of time pounding on your front door.
I'm embarrassed, I really am. I've
Alright.
been doing my best to sleep through the fever. I am so very sorry.
Forgivable, if true. Not
Please accept my apology, Miss Bateman.
Fine.
forgivable
Mr.
if true,
Shoulder.
but I don't
I've
know if
come
I
all this
believe
way.
you.
Let us speak of the business at hand.
Marvellous.
I've just learned that my father was part of a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow some 25 years ago. Why didn't you mention this in your letter?
What? Where did you hear that?
I have my means.
I swear, Miss Bateman, I had no idea.
I take it you will also deny delivering me my father's journal?
I'm confused. What journal?
My father's journal was slipped under my door at the Plough and Furrow. It wasn't you who did this.
I've been bound to me bed, lass. What an extraordinary coincidence. You are following in your father's footsteps.
It would seem so, Mr. Shoulder. Why did you invite me to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
I've always been curious about the colourful folklore surrounding the place. My father told me all sorts of stories about it when I were a wee fellow. Stories that some folk around here take a little too seriously. Especially after those lads entered the Barrow a while back.
Yeah, that's fair.
How did you know about me?
I saw your interview in the Bakewell Times. A young lady travelling about the land, digging up barrows. Perfect for the job.
Alright.
But why do you wish to excavate the barrow?
I want to see what those lads found in there. My curiosity has grown over the years. Now it is time for the mystery to be solved.
I must say I am rather eager to find out what's in there myself.
Yes, me too.
Mr. Bryden has given me permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Marvellous! I'm sorry you've had to sort all this out in my absence. When do we start?
You get
Tomorrow,
nothing.
I hope. But
Good
first
day,
I
sir.
need to recruit some locals to assist with the dig. It's too much work for me to do on my own.
I see. Bewley has its fair share of strapping young lads. You'll find assistance, Miss Bateman.
I don't have any money to pay them.
Did you know my father?
I don't believe so. What's his name?
William Bateman. He was in Bewley for at least a few days, from my understanding.
I'm sorry, lass. The name doesn't ring a bell.
Alright.
Are you sure you had no idea of my father's involvement in the previous excavation?
I'm quite sure. A most fascinating coincidence, but nothing more than that.
I'm starting to wonder if it's more than mere coincidence, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman, I did not take you for a credulous individual.
Right.
None of the sort. What can you tell me about the previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Oh, it were 25 years ago, or thereabout. Back then, Bewley were undergoing a period of great strife.
Back then.
Samuel Bryden hadn't harvested a single crop for 2 seasons. Even Hernwood was sick. Berries went to rot almost as quickly as they grew.
Interesting.
Folks started to believe the ground were blighted. Disease spread through the livestock too. People were going hungry, a panic set in.
That sounds terrible.
Aye, but I managed to keep myself fed. These things happen in nature, but the blame for it all fell on Hobbs Barrow. It were long said that a goblin made his home there. A rumour took root that the goblin were not best pleased with the villagers. In revenge for some unperceived slight, the goblin placed a curse on the soil itself.
Knocking over the
villagers believed
devil's
that
toe?
ridding the barrow of its lodger would put an end to it all.
Hogwash. My father would have paid no heed to such tales.
Whether it were his intent to join the excavation when coming here, I do not know. But whatever it were that Samuel Bryden and those lads did inside that barrow, people say it did the trick. The crop started to grow back, and health returned to the livestock. Bewley were no longer in the grip of dark forces. You must understand, folk here are a superstitious lot. They don't want you disturbing whatever it were those lads did. As far as the villagers are concerned, the problem were fixed. The thought of another excavation must be conjuring panic that you'll undo whatever it were they did.
Makes
This
a lot of
does
sense.
explain a lot.
And it's also why I'd venture nobody around here wants you to touch the place.
Except for you.
I want to know what's there.
Surely you don't believe these tales of goblins and curses to be true?
Not at all. However, I suspect those lads did find something in the barrow. But did it have any connection to failing crops and dying livestock? No.
Perhaps.
I can assure you there's nothing to fear. Coincidence reigns supreme.
So what do you think they found?
That is for us to discover, Miss Bateman.
Alright, keep your secrets.
Who was the third man who joined my father and Mr. Bryden on the excavation?
I'm afraid I don't know. Although I'd heard about the excavation and I were intrigued by it, I mostly stayed at home during that time.
I'm gonna guess Lord
The
Panswick,
atmosphere in the village was rather too tense for me liking.
or one of his men.
And besides, the excavation were undertaken with an air of mystery about it.
I'm gonna guess Lord Panswick, and he found like an item or something that's why he's building his, his chapel.
Tell me more of this folklore you mention.
It is said that Hobbs Barrow is home to a goblin.
Which we're gonna let free.
Everyone in Bewley has some version or another of this story. But the version my father told me as a child described the barrow as a thin place.
Between the plains.
The goblin were deemed to be the guardian of this so-called thin place.
Tell me more about this goblin.
Some said he were a mischievous little mite, snatching newborn lambs and smashing windows with pebbles. Others said he were friendly, there to lend a helping hand in times of strife. The latter of which makes it all the more surprising as to why the previous excavation took place. My father's stories put the goblin in the mischievous category. Saxnot, he called the creature. I recall one such anecdote, that Saxnot entered Bewley and ordered a pair of boots to be made by the cobbler.
Alright, I've heard that before.
However, when collecting them, he insisted on paying for them with a bag of sow's teeth. The cobbler was so scared of angering the goblin that he accepted.
A colourful tale indeed, Mr.
Colourful
Shoulder.
tale.
Has any explanation
Yep.
been offered for why this Saxnot cursed the soil?
Your guess is as good as mine, lass.
What is a thin place?
A place where one can walk between worlds, where the flesh meets the spirit world. Just superstition, of course, as you well know.
I had a peculiar dream last night. I met a creature at Hobbs Barrow. I suppose you might say it was a goblin. It told me it had saved my father from trouble inside Hobbs Barrow. I'll admit the coincidence of this is somewhat astounding.
A remarkable coincidence, but nothing more than that.
But
Really?
there is still one thing that puzzles me. The goblin told me proof of its claims would await me in the morning. Surely enough, I awoke to find that my father's journal had appeared in my room.
Very queer indeed.
Mr. Shoulder, you invited me here, to a town I'd never heard of, only for me to discover that my own father was here 25 years before. And not only that, but that he was also embroiled in some sort of superstitious hysteria which goes against everything he ever taught me. Something is wrong here. This must be more than mere coincidence.
I have to agree.
It's strange, I'll give you that. But please remember who you are, Miss Bateman.
Oh, okay.
This is my father's journal.
Incredible. Can I look inside?
Sure.
You may.
I've shown everyone else so far.
Look at these drawings. Wonder what it all means.
You and I both. It all feels very out of character for my father.
I'm sure you'll find the answers beneath the soil, Miss Bateman.
What do you make of these strange stones, Mr. Shoulder? They seem to originate from the previous excavation. One belonged to my father, the other to Samuel Bryden.
Marvelous things. They look ancient.
I agree. I've never seen anything like them in all my digs. Is this your glove?
Hey.
I've been looking all over for that. Where did you find it?
At the pub
In the
you're meant to
alley
meet
behind
me
the
at.
plough and furrow on the night of my arrival. Were you there?
As I say, I've been bedbound for several days, Miss Bateman.
How odd.
Can I please have it back?
Here.
Thank you. We're peas of the same pod, Miss Bateman. I knew you wouldn't be frightened by a few old stories. It will be interesting to see what those lads found in there.
Certainly.
Thank you so very much for responding to my letter and for coming here. We have some great discoveries to make, you and I.
I sincerely hope so.
And a chance to follow in your father's footsteps. Right, time for me to shift these old bones. I'm to take me a spot of the plough and furrow. I'll be there all night should you need me assistance.
Thank you, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm sorry again for giving you the runaround. I promise I am not beyond redemption. I won't let you down again. See you soon.
Alright, but I still don't believe you about the glove, because how did your glove get to the bar?
I was starting to wonder if Mr. Shoulder even existed.
The mysterious man revealed. Mr. Shoulder has shown himself.
The day was starting to test me. The word coincidence felt insufficient to explain what was happening.
I was literally about to end the game there. I didn't mean to click.
It was after that first conversation with Leonard Shoulder that I started entertaining thoughts of a truly irrational nature. What if my dream wasn't just a dream? What if it was all more than simple coincidence? What if that thing really could help my father?
What if it's lying and it wants you to release it? Oh. Well, I guess we're gonna finish whatever
Good
this
day,
is
little
now,
one.
and then I'm done. Hello.
Hello? What's this? A fiddle bow?
Fiddle bow. Is
There's
that what
no
you call it?
string.
Oh.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours? Don't be shy. I don't mean you any harm.
Yeah, you do need strings to play the violin or the bow.
What are you doing out here all alone on the moors? Do you live here?
Alright. This is like talking to a brick wall.
Would you like me to fix your bow so you can play your fiddle again? Yes? Hey!
Yeah, I've got some horsehair lying around. I'll fix the bow. Don't worry about it.
Most peculiar. Perhaps I can mend the bow for her.
How?
If memories of my childhood violin lessons serve me right, bowstring is made from animal hair, coated in waxy resin.
Okay.
The strings don't vibrate without it.
That makes sense. The goat. So this was knocked over a while ago, so that could be why the goblin got angered. But alright. here's a perfect place to end it. I have been playing for like over 2 hours, so I'm gonna go and milk the goat and try and get hair from the goat to make the bow, and then back to the pub. Back to the Winchester to let it all blow over. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you again sometime soon. Take care.